Hello and welcome to Leadership Advancement Mentorship Podcast. And this is your host, Dr. Michael Koku. And I'm happy to really share some things with you in this new year. Today, I have a special session, something to think about that I'll really want to really engage you with. And I believe this is going to change your life. So the podcast today, I'll be focusing on kick up some dust and live a life of significance. Kick up some dust and live a life of significance. You know what? Actually, I was really inspired by the kick up some dust. And I want to recommend this book for you. This book is titled "Kick Up Some Dust." It's a very good book, and by Benny Marcos. Benny Marcos is one of the founder of the Home Depot. The Home Depot is the greatest home improvement store in the world. And I've been fascinated by this story of how the Home Depot started. They started in June 1979. And one thing about the Home Depot is Benny Marcos is a man that is really passionate and to a cause. He originally the parents, they came all the way from Ukraine and Russia, and they were Jewish immigrants to the United States, and they were really poor. And at that time, they were living in New Jersey. And one thing about him is that about Benny Marcos is, he was the fourth child, and at the time of his birth, the reason why the parents gave birth to him is the mother was having a kind of a condition like rheumatoid arthritis, and they told the doctors told the mom that if you want to walk again, you need to plan to have another child, and they called him a miracle child, and he was really born on Mother's Day. So and he got started, and as a little child, and he really wanted to be a medical doctor, and he followed up the dream. But when he got into the pre-med school and all the process of him getting to medical school, they eventually got an Harvard scholarship for him. But the thing that they now told him is this, that for you to be able to do, because he want to be a psychiatrist, he was really inspired by Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. They said, you need to come up with $10,000. And he said, wow, nobody in my family have $10,000. He wasn't really happy. He left home for a while until he came back, and he now went to go and read pharmacy. So as a pharmacy student, he became a pharmacist, and he was working, as a pharmacist until one day somebody walked into that shop, and, because while as a pharmacist, he was really concerned about the retail part of the business than even the medicine itself. He eventually ended up in the retail business, work for a company called Two Guys, where he learned a lot about retail business. And he eventually ended up in a big company where he became the CEO, and that's Andy Dan in California. But he has a real situation in 1979 when he was 78, when he was fired, by a boss, from that company. So he now make up his mind to start a new company, and where he's going to have the right value system. But one thing about Benny Marcos that I want you to really understand is he has no money. The only thing he has is a vision. So Benny Marcos and his business colleague that they left the same company together, Otto Blank, and a financier called Ken Langan, Ron Brill, and then later on Pat Farah, they came up to form the Home Depot that has become the largest home retail industry. Now, why did I share that story? I share that story that, a lot of people, they think that if you don't have money, you can do anything and all that stuff. And they make everything all about money. Listen, the most important thing in life is not money. It's a dream. You need to have a dream. We're talking today about kick up some dust and live a life of significance. Your dream is more important than money. Your dream is an inspiring picture of the future. It has to inspire you. You need to have a picture of the future. You need to have a dream. One thing about dream is that a lot of people are living their dream, Leaving, instead of living their dream. Now, there are three kinds of people in the world. There are people that watch things happen. There's some people that wonders about what is happening. And there are people that make things happen. The last set of people that make things happen, they are the ones that kick up some dust and live a life of significance. So the question is, how do you kick up some dust? How do you be in the company of those that watch, that make things happen? These are the people that the world are inspired about. No one is inspired about those that watch things happen. People are only inspired by those that make things happen. So how do you kick up some dust and live a life of significance? Now, first of all, I want to share with you, there are 4 stages in life. We have a stage of survival, where at that stage, all that people want to do is just want to survive. People that have a survival mindset, they are not thinking about making a difference in the life of people. They are not thinking about kicking up some dust. It's all about them, how they can get out of that pit. The second level is the level of stability. Now, at this level, you're not surviving. You much better than those that are surviving. You stabilized. But listen, that is the second level. Now, the next level is the level of success. Now, this has gone beyond stability, that you've been able to succeed. Success is what you do for yourself. But there's a level I want you to wake up to today, and that's the level of significance. Now, you see, success is what you do for yourself, but significance is what you do for others. Now, think about it this way. Success is what comes to you. Significance is what comes through you. Now, when you taste significance, success no longer satisfied, because significance is all about others. It's all about what you do for others. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, the greatest question in life is, what are we doing for others? And that's the thing about it. If all you do is to live for yourself, you're living a poor life. Life is too rich for you to live just for yourself. One of my favorite quotes has been from Ellen Keller, and that quote has been with me for a long time. And this quote says, life is an exciting adventure. Life is an exciting business. And it's most exciting when live for others. That has really stayed with me. Because living for others to live is life indeed. Now, think about the people that we remember today. They are the people that live for significance. If you read about Abraham Lincoln, if you read about the story, how he started, it was really nothing to be written about. But he has a dream of significance. Listen, you may be surviving today, you may be struggling today, but I want to dare you to dream significance. A wise man said, when you are having your dream others with you. That is what we talk about, a dream of significance. A dream of significance is a dream that includes others with it. That means you're not thinking about just yourself. Andrew Carnegie is one of America's billionaires, and Andrew Carnegie said something, one of the richest immigrants that came into America, and a Scottish citizen, came into America, and a Scottish immigrant. And he wrote on they found something he wrote in his earlier years, that I'll use half of my life, the first half to make money. I'll use the second half to give it all away. And that's what he did. Andrew Carnegie was dreaming others with his dream. Nelson Mandela said something. He said, when you are born, you cry, and other people smile. He said, when you die, make sure that you smile while other people are crying. So there's a book that I read by Robin Sharma, author and speaker Robin Sharma. He said, will we die? Will we cry when you die? Just think of it. Will we cry when you die? See, if all you do is to live for yourself, no one will care about it. There was a great leader, and he's a president of a country. This man, when he died, everybody was happy. Everybody was celebrating. Even people that were fasting, they broke their fast, that today is a bad day to fast. Everybody was feasting. Wow, it was an afternoon. I can't forget that day. There was great joy because somebody died. But you know, and I know too, there are people you've heard about that they died and everybody started crying. Why? Because of the life of significance that they have lived. Life is not in duration, it's in donation. It's all about contribution. The greatest joy in life comes from contribution. It's not from what you get, it's for what you give. I want to encourage you in this year 2024. I want you to dare to kick up some dust and live a life of significance. So the question is, how do you kick up some dust and live a life of significance? Number one, you must have a dream. You must have a dream. A dream is a clear picture. A dream, another word for dream is vision. You must have a vision. You must focus on your vision without any practical constraint. So that's the first thing. For you to kick up some dust and to live a life of significance, you must have a dream. You must have a vision. What is your vision? The good book says, where there's no vision, the people perish. One great thing that vision does is it conditions your life. Vision help you to determine what to say yes to and what to say no to. Vision is a picture of a preferred future. How do you want the world to be? How do you want the world to change? It is only visionaries that change the world. Dreamers are rulers. Visionaries are commanders. The question is, what is your vision? Do you really have a vision? Do you really have a vision? A man or a woman without a vision is a man or a woman without a future. And a man or a woman without a future will always return to their past. Vision press the button of your imagination. Vision always works with imagination. And that's what I want to encourage you. You must have a vision. You must have a dream. Martin Luther King Jr. was remembered for having a dream. I have a dream. It's like saying, I have a vision. So what is your dream? What is your vision? What is it that wakes you up in the morning? A dream is not something you have when you sleep in the night. No, a dream is what wakes you up in the morning. That's what a dream is all about. And I wanted to know something today. If you don't have a vision for your life, if you don't have a dream for your life, you need to make it a priority in this new year 2024 to find out what's your vision, what is your dream. Because vision is what creates that path to living a life of extraordinary. So the second thing to know, and to kick up some dust and live a life of significance is, don't just have a vision. You need to draw on your strength and your values. In order for you to fulfill your vision, you need to draw on your strength. Your strength means your gift. Your values is your non-negotiables. So now you have a dream, you have a vision, that's a place to start. but that is not a place to park. There's so many people that have a dream, they have a vision that nobody hears about them. They lose the dream, they lose the vision. But now that you have a vision, you have a dream, you need to draw on your strengths and your values. So your strengths and your values. So your strength talks about your gift. What are your gifts? What is your gift? I'm writing a book now, Understanding Your Gift 2.0. The book should be out this month. It's a book that will really help you to understand, to acknowledge that you have a gift. It will help you to discover your gift. It will help you to know how to develop your gift and how to deploy it to benefit mankind. Now, the gift has an acronym, the word gift, because we talk about if you want to kick up some dust and live a life of significance, you need to draw on your strength, which is your gift, and your values. So your gift is your lift. So your high place in life. Your gift is your elevator. But let me tell you something about your gift. Your gift is given to you as a seed. And one thing about a seed is you can take a good acorn, which can, when planted, can lead to a mighty giant oak tree. But until you plant that seed and you nurture it, it will remain an acorn. It will never become an oak tree, a mighty oak tree that it has a potential to be. So your gift. So what does gift? What does gift really means? So like I said, the word gift is an acronym. It means G, God's investment for triumph. The gift in you is God's investment for triumph. God that made you wants you to triumph in life, but you need to find your gift. Nobody will find it for you. You need to find, develop, and refine your gift. It's so important for you to be remarkable or not. You need to find your gift. What is your gift? Let me help you with some questions that can really help you to find your gift. What is it that makes you different from others? What is it that makes you different? What do you have a natural flavor? What are you drawn to naturally? For instance, I was telling you about Benny Marcus, and even he went to pharmacy school. He became a pharmacist. He was working in a pharmaceutical store with a friend in that in a family business, and that was not his family. That was his friend's family that owns the business. So it was like a partner with a friend. But he wasn't really enjoying. He only enjoyed the retail part of it until somebody walked to the store and helped him to realize that the area of his interest is the retail. He has a real penchant for the retail, for merchandising. That has nothing to do with pharmaceuticals, and that is what he pursued. Proverbs 18:16 says, "A man's gift will make a room for him and bring him to stand before great men." Your gift is your key to greatness. So if you want to kick up some dust, that means if you want to make something happen on this earth, you need to draw on your strength and value. You need to discover your gift, develop the gift, and deploy it. Use your gift to serve the world, to solve problems for humanity. So don't forget, I said you have to draw on your strengths and your values. Now, having a gift is not enough. Developing your gift is not enough, but you need to have values to match. Your values are your non-negotiable. What are the things that you are ready not to negotiate with? What are the values? If your values are something that you can drop, it's no longer a values, it's not an hobby. And this is very, very important. A lot of people, they just kind of like, they think that value doesn't count. Values count. What do you value? So your values is very important. Like talking about Benny Marcos, because is the great leader that I'm using as a reference point. Benny Marcos is the co-founder of the Home Depot. Benny Marcos said he learned to be a great leader by watching a bad leader. He learned in being a great leader by knowing what not to do when he was under a bad leader. He was under a boss, a leader that believes. In fact, this leader, his name is called Sandy Sigolov. I checked him out on the internet. He was known as Mr. Chapter 11. This man has delight in running people down, people that doesn't agree with him. And he called himself the main merciless man. I mean, it's such a man that doesn't just fire somebody, but go after that person to run the person down. He has a bad value system, bad principle, a bad value system that values profit over people. You see, that's what values is all around. Whenever you are putting things above people, that's a wrong value system. So there's a right value system and there's a wrong value system. So to be sure that you have the right value system, do you value people? Or do you see people as just things to be used to achieve your aim? That's a wrong value system. So if you want to kick up some dust and make a difference and live a life of significance, you need to have a right value system. Values of respect, values of integrity, values of honesty. One time I was working with a friend of mine, and I did a work for him. You know, I'm a leadership trainer, coach, and speaker. And after I did a project for him, and he was meant to pay me some money, and he forgot the amount, and he actually deposited an amount in my account that was over and above what he was supposed to pay me. And I reached out to him and said, listen, you pay me beyond what you are supposed to. Say, oh, well, sorry, he didn't know that. I said, yes, I'm going to refund it to you. He was surprised that I could do that. But that was based on my value system. It has nothing to do with him. It's all about the right value system. A system that doesn't take advantage of people, but give advantage to people. So if you want to kick up some dust, make something happen in this world, you need to have the right value system. So don't forget, you need to have a dream or a vision. Number 2, draw on your strengths and values, but make sure it's the right value system. Muhammad Ali said, success is making progress without compromising your values. That means your values means your non-negotiables, the things that you can negotiate. And when you have the right value system, there'll be an opportunity for you to negotiate that values. But when you choose not to, when you choose to hold fast to that right value system, listen to me, you will end up honorable even in history. And people will remember you for someone that stick by the right values. The last thing I want to share with you today in kicking up some dust and living a life of significance is you need to have the right company, the right association, the right association. You see, the kind of people that you work with determines what happens in your life. You are a sum of the 5 people closest to you. Association is not just for socialization, it's for acceleration. So you need to be highly selective. Now, let me give you something to really help you. Because one thing that will define the outcome of your life is the right association. The right association. Now, let me give you this to really help you. Now, this new year, 2024, I want to be very intentional and selective about the association. So let me give you this thing I've always taught called the LED concept. The LED concept talks about 3 ways, about a proactive and intentional way of dealing with people. Put everyone in your life under this column. So the L column, the E column, and the D column. The L is what we call limited association. Now, that means in this limited association, these people, they are not good, not bad. They are not adding to you. They are not doing any harm. So what you want to do is that you want to limit your association with them. So the center column is what I call the E people. Now, this is what we call expanded association. These are the people that you want to spend more time with. Now, listen, they don't have to be people that you see physically. They might be people that you have association through books or through YouTube, through listening to a podcast like this. But the thing about this is, these are people that they expand you. They make you better. You spending 1 hour with them, it's like you spending 1 minute because you're getting so much value. They add so much to you. They add a lot to your life. They multiply you. They inspire you. They challenge you to be the best, a better version of yourself. These are what we call the E people. So you want to spend more time with them. The last set of people are what we call the D people. These are the people that, they drag you down. They are people that do you harm. Your relationship with them is not helping you to make the right decision. So what you want to do with these D people is you dissociate from them. But one thing I want you to realize is you don't want to make your dissociation to be immediate. So you're gonna tail off your dissociation in the sense that you started reducing the time you spending with them, just like someone withholding steroids. When you want to stop a steroid, someone taking like a steroid, like a prednisolone right now, right? I mean, you don't just stop it. If you stop it immediately, there's something we call the rebounding effect. We need to do the tail off. You begin to reduce the dose until you stop the drug, the medication. That is what you want to do with the D people. So you want to start reducing your time with them until they have no time. The L people, they have little time, and you give most of your time to the E people, the expanded association. This is the key for you to kick up some dust and to live a life of significance. Listen, I believe you have so many potential. I did a webinar and at the last Saturday of last year, that was December 30. I want you to go to my YouTube, Dr. Michael Koku, and check out that webinar. I call it Unlock Your Infinite Growth Potential Leadership Webinar. It is very outstanding. And I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Next week, I'll be having a host. I'll be having a guest with me on this podcast. But I just want to remind you of what we just talked about today, to kick up some dust and live a life of significance. Listen, you need to be a difference maker in this life. You can just let life happen to you. People that make a difference, they happen to life. It's either you accept your life or you lead your life. That's why I want to encourage you. The expansion of leadership is personal growth. I want to encourage you. Don't be careless about your personal growth this year. Let me share with you quickly as we wrap up today, the 6 results of personal growth. When you start growing yourself, 6 things is going to happen to you. Number 1, personal growth allows you to outgrow today and grow into tomorrow. Personal growth allows you to outgrow today and to grow into tomorrow. Number 2, personal growth allows you to outgrow old expectations and to grow into new expectations. Number 3, personal growth allows you to outgrow old relationships and to grow into new relationships. There's some people that you're not supposed to allow in your life again. They have served their time. Some people are for a season, some are for a reason, some are for life. You need to know the difference. Personal growth allows you to outgrow past victories and grow into new victories. Number 5, personal growth allow you to outgrow what was and grow into what is. The last thing is number 6, personal growth will allow you to outgrow success and grow into significance. And this are the people that kick up some dust and make some things happen in this world. I want to encourage you. Have a program for personal growth. That's what, like I said, you need to pick your association. I've told you how to kick up some dust and live a life of significance. You need to have a dream or vision. Number 2, you need to draw on your strength and values. And number 3, you need to surround yourself with the right people, the E people, the expanded association, the people that will help you. I wrote a book last year called The Beautiful People. And The Beautiful People is an acronym. You can check out the book. I'm going to put all the links to get all my books that I've written. I wrote 5 books last year. I'll put the links in this podcast so that you can have access to it. The link as the book appears on Amazon. I want to say thank you. It's been a great time being with you. And I believe you got so much value from this time that we have. Next week, I'll be having a guest with me. It's going to be a great time because we're going to be learning a lot. And until I see you, this is Dr. Michael Koku encouraging you to kick up some dust in this new year and live a life of significance. Thank you. Bye.